Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 17 of What If Naruto Had Cosmic Energy. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto failed his Janine test and was given intense training over an anime king. And guys, if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice, I have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, both Sasuke and Lee was facing off against each other in the arena. A rather epic battle as both of them clashed. Lee was surprised by Sasuke's speed. He had really bulked up in the time of the past month. As the two of them kept on clashing, Jiraiya was alerted by the Toad, as the invasion was about to start anytime soon. But it wasn't what they were expecting. It was just 2 people coming. Yes, it was just 2 of them at first. As Orochimaru narrowed his eyes with a smile, as he was under the disguise of the Kazekage, it was about time. It was then that the 2 Jinchurikis got surrounded by the group of Anvus, and Baki as well, and some sand ninjas. Baki's eyes went wide when he noticed who they actually were, but it was too late as they erupted. Given the mass and size of the Jinchurikis, they instantly were seen. Gaara spread out his hand as he captured, well, more like save. But at first they thought he was grabbing them, but he saved their life, the people in the arena. As chaos erupted, the ones that were disguised came out as enemy ninjas. The third Hokage and the Raikage got attacked when the entire box poofed in smoke, as Orochimaru made them leap down the roof. The Sound Four then came and placed up the barrier, trapping them inside. The Raikage wasn't expecting this at all. He was told by Hiruzen about the sand and Sound Alliance. Well, Hiruzen left for the part where the sand was going into it at first until they were tricked, as he still wanted to keep a good relationship with them despite what they've done. The sand was also offering everything they had to make this right, but none of them were expecting the 2 Jinchurikis. As Naruto saw what was about to happen, as he told Jiraiya he could stop this, Jiraiya cried out his name as he told Naruto to stop, but it was too late. As they fire off the 2 giant Biju bombs, B was swarmed, as he was a part of the listing who they were to attack. After all, having the tails and the 2 tails going berserk at the moment and stopping the invasion wouldn't be good. And B couldn't transform off risk, crushing the Konoha Shinobis as well. As Yujito and everyone watched as Naruto slam his barrier right into the 2 Biju bomb. But then, the 5 tails fire off another blast, and it erupted. The explosion consumed Naruto. Jiraiya lost it as he summoned Pa and Ma. Sage Mode, fueling to resist any attack. Both Bijus, his body enhanced by Sage Mode, he threw them. As the man was losing his mind as he saw Naruto got consumed as a whole by the blast. As Hiruzen looked up towards the Tishikage, the man was warned by the Raikage that he's starting something that he don't want, something that he can't finish. But the Tishikage only he shrugged it off, as he didn't see any way where he can fail this plan. As the invasion battle began, swarms of ninja from everywhere started to erupt. As the stone had a lot of ninjas, given their weak mentality, they still were a lot. They chose quantity over quality. As the battle erupted, everyone stopped as the place started to shake. Meanwhile, Naruto found himself floating in nothing but a purple mist as he was confused to where he was until the voice spoke up, a goddess. She told him that this power belonged to her, as she told him all about her backstory and what happened to her, up to the point where the strange rift had opened. Neither her or Naruto knew that was because of what happened when Naruto was just a baby and the Shinigami. Well, he was not really interfering, it was more like an accident, but yet it still happened. And her power was flowing into him. She told him that his body needed time. He was still young, and his body was not gaining full access to her power. But this near life-death situation had forced his coils to retract and forced his body to expand more with their power. Well, he will see when he wakes up. And that is exactly what happened as Naruto emerged. Rimuru lost it, as the power from Naruto kept forcing into his own system. He was already angry, thinking that Naruto-sama had fallen, as Rimuru transformed into something demonic. He wanted more arms, he wanted more limbs to subdue the tail beasts. So that is what he got, as he trampled down on both of them, showing his immense strength as the power from Naruto was coursing through him. One hit from Naruto was enough to send the Gobi sailing away, as Jiraiya looked up at him as he saw that Naruto was fine, as Naruto was able to link somehow, but it was more of the tail beasts pushing out their link to him. Neither of them were fully cooperating with their Jinchurikis. They had been subdued and locked away and their power was used. But Naruto had the power to free them, which they asked him to. They told him that they will not come to attack Konoha, as they just want to leave. By doing so, they begged him to free them. And that is what he did, as he ripped Han and Roshi out. The boat, tail beast, is free. As Oniki was confused, as Naruto slammed his hand on the ground, roots under Konoha, all the trees erupted, all the roots wrapping around enemy ninjas and pulling them away out of the village confines. As Naruto captured every single one of them, as he blinded their limbs together. They couldn't even feel their chakra as they were confused. As Naruto appeared above Oniki, but before he could do anything, he ran out of steam as he fell. Jiraiya caught him as Oniki used a chance to retreat, seeing the tremendous loss and wonder what the hell have he done. So yeah guys, that's basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So this is the beginning of this new episode. Naruto blinked as he opened his eyes. He was confused where he was. He could feel the soft grass on his skin. The sun, beautiful, shining in the sky. At the same time he could look at the sun, it wasn't really hot. The place was warm and also comfortable. It felt like he was nestled in nothing but a patch of happiness. He was confused where he was. The last thing he remembered was gaining that absurd amount of power after speaking to that goddess. But now he was here. The ground started to shake as he was confused. He looked around. As he paused, mighty fangs came bearing down on him, but they didn't bite him. They were just large. What the hell? What have you done, human? The voice of the Kyuubi spoke. As Naruto was confused, he backed away slowly as he picked himself up. Wait, where am I? He said. We are in your mind. As Naruto blinked as he looked at the fox. He had seen the fox in the cage before, but being so close to him, the thing was huge. As the fox rested his giant head on his paws. Wait, this is my mindscape? Said Naruto. Yes. How it changed, I am uncertain. So tell me, what have you done? The fox asked. As Naruto noticed there was a collar around the fox's neck. It was the same sealing kanji that was placed in the bars. As he scratched the back of his head. I'm sorry, but I have no idea. As he glanced around, a member then struck him. Wait, I remember feeling bad. Sorry for you. The fox snarled, like I will need a pathetic human like you to feel sorry for me. Hey, it's not like that easy, said Naruto. I just felt really bad. I saw the way the 5 and the 4 tail were chained up until I freed them. And I just felt terrible, knowing that you had to suffer the same fate. They hate it, and they just wanted to be free. But I felt bad I couldn't release you without killing myself. So I guess I changed this place, said Naruto. As he looked on the wild, empty, endless field, Naruto saw foxes, small foxes moving around. He saw deers. He saw bears, horses, all type of animals, a pond with fishes. The only thing that was lacking from here was humans. Don't think this will accommodate for the outside world. I still want my freedom, said the fox. Yeah, I know, said Naruto. But I haven't found a way to crack this seal yet without killing myself. But you have to say, this is a lot better than you being stuck in that cage, right? The fox snorted as he blew air from his nose that blew Naruto hair back. You don't have to worry, said Naruto. It's only a matter of time. I mean, the goddess told me that I could basically do anything. After all, she could. What are you talking about? Oh, you didn't see her, did you? Well, you see, I met this goddess, said Naruto. And I found out where I got my powers from. It seems I'm some celestial being now with these powers. Cosmic energy, said Naruto. Yeah, I guess I was right about that. I remember that form I took. The power, it was just so intense. Seems like it has changed you in a way as well. What do you mean? Look. As Naruto made his way over to the pond and looked into the water, he was surprised. Not only were his eyes different, his usual crystal blue eyes had this touch of purple inside of them. His hands, his legs, they look bigger. Well, she did tell me that my body will have to grow to accommodate with the power. And after that last thing I pulled, we must speak about that human, said the Kyuubi. Don't go and risking your life, not knowing if you can defeat the foe. Wait, are you worried about me? Of course not. This seal that splits my power in half. Even I am uncertain about my recovery if you die. That is why we must work together, said Naruto. The fox snorted once again. I am only tolerating you. For now. Seems like you're waking up. Wait, how long have I been out, said Naruto? I'm uncertain. But it's been more than a day, the fox said. As he glanced around at his new home, it seems, for now. Well then, see ya, said Naruto. I hope you enjoy the place until I can free you. As he was gone, Kurama snorted as he looked around, wondering what this human was trying to pull, giving him this place to relax and enjoy himself. Was he trying to gain his trust so he can backstab him like the others did and trap him away and only use him for his power when he's needed? Well, he wouldn't fall for it. Of course he would not. Or perhaps this human was different. As a memory flashed past the fox's mind, an old man standing, a shakijo in hand. A baby Kurama was crying as he listened to the old man. Kurama shook his head. No, it couldn't be. He then recalled Naruto freeing the other tail beasts. Could it? He wondered to himself. He shook his head as he got to his feet. As he saw the other animals look towards him, he snarled as they started to run away. The fox smirked. At least this ought to be some fun. Meanwhile, as Naruto blinked his eyes open, he was in the hospital. He felt something on his chest. As he felt something tickle his nose, he laughed a bit before pushing it off. As he heard snoring, he looked down. Hey, Rimuru. Rimuru was in his fox form. He was like a baby fox. As Rimuru stand up as he opened his eyes slowly. His purple eyes. As he smiled towards his master, Naruto-sama. You're alright, he said. Yeah, I'm fine, said Naruto as he picked up the little cub and placed him to the side. What's going on? Naruto asked. Rimuru looked through the window. A lot has happened since you fell unconscious. Really? What? Said Naruto. Well, for one thing, these people kept on bothering you, despite you being in your sleepy state. What do you mean? Look around, master, said Rimuru. Which Naruto did as he saw the place was filled to the brim with baskets, gift baskets, and letters, a lot of them. They kept on sending them. They had to send the rest to the house because all of it could not fit inside here. Wait, What happened? Said Naruto. The village is in your death right now, master. You were the one that saved them from those explosions. The balls of death that were coming towards the village. Everyone thought you risked your life and died for them. They fell in your death. But then you re-emerged. And you not only took down one, but the other two beasts. Well, along with my help, said Rimuru. As Naruto smiled, yeah, he says, he ruffled his head. You're a big help. As Rimuru leaned into the contact, yes, I was, master, he said. After all, I'm only here to serve. Come on, said Naruto. You're one of my good friends now. I mean, I couldn't have done it without you. Rimuru smiled at that. Master, could I take this form instead of the one that you gave me, he asked. Naruto blinked. What do you mean? Well, Karen said that this suits me better, other than being a mouse. And she also said I look cute. I would like to be cute. As Naruto chuckled, sure, he said. It's up to you. As I said, you're my friend. Rimuru nodded. Thank you, master. So what happened, said Naruto. Well, after you trap all the enemy shinobis, they were taken away by the envoys. To be executed, I do not know. But I haven't seen any of them. I do not know about the current activities. And because of the state that you were in, you were unable to attend the funeral of the Hokage. Wait, what? Oh yes, you wouldn't know, said Rimuru. You see, time skip. As Haku came in the room, along with Karen, the both of them paused. Wait, where is he? As Karen looked around, Haku looked towards the window. Seems he woke up. But where did he go? Said Karen as she glanced around. Suddenly, there was a lightning flash. People of Konoha were confused, given the fact that the sun was bright a moment ago. The next thing they knew, clouds shrouded the entire village. Rain started to pour in an instant. As Haku looked up, I think I have an idea. Meanwhile, at the cemetery, as Naruto was on his knees, he couldn't believe it. He didn't know that the old man died. The last thing he saw was the old man captured in that box. But he thought once he captured all the shinobis, the old man would make it out and survive. As tears freely leaked from his eyes, you could see them on full display. Rimuru was on Naruto's shoulder, as his tail had extended so large to the point where it was covering Naruto as a whole. Not even a single drop of water fell on Naruto. This thunderstorm that came out of nowhere, it was because of his grief, his pain. It was literally affecting the nature around them. As Naruto was there, Rimuru kept silent out of respect for his master. His mind was recalling all the things that the third did for him. Everything that the man risked to keep his identity. The state of his Shinjuku status secret. So much. And now he was gone. A thought popped in Naruto's head. But he knew the third wouldn't want him to do that. After all, he risked his life for Konoha. He once told Naruto that being Hokage meant you had to make tough decisions. And furthermore, he didn't even know how to do it. That is, if he could. After all, the goddess had told him that his body was still too immature to use everything that she possessed. Perhaps he was not able to bring people back from the dead. But even if he could, he was sure that Hiruzen wouldn't want him to do something like that. As the man had risked his life for Konoha. But the rage that followed next wasn't pleasant. The sky crackled, purple lightning rushing through it. As the rain seemed to get harder and harder, buildings started to get pelted with the rain. It was like a storm brewing. Trees were rustling. Leaves were blown off. The village was being washed with a wave of wind that seemed to just swallow the entire place in a thick, glossy fog. As the place started to get obscure with fog, as Naruto tried to calm himself, as it wouldn't be good to get too angry right now, caused unnecessary damage to his home. He didn't know how he was doing this, but somehow he was affecting nature with his sadness. As he took several breaths, as he felt someone flash right on the Rimuru tail, as a hand pressed on his shoulder, as he glanced up. Jiraiya looked down at him. as he gave the boy a smile. Naruto comes to the voice as Naruto turned to see Haku and Karin as the both of them were coming under our umbrella as the wind was throwing it around, but the both of them marched over to him. As they stopped, the both of them gave him a smile as they stayed quiet, allowing him to grieve. Time skip. 3 days later, as Jiraiya was currently in front of the council. The job is not for me, he said. Well then, as you all can see, another decline. So the only right thing to do is to appoint a new Hokage, said Danzo. Jiraiya narrowed his eyes at the man. He never liked this man at all. I say that we should take it to a vote. Don't worry, I already have the perfect person in mind, said Jiraiya with a smirk. Oh, and who would that be, said Shikaku, as he really hoped no one is looking at him, just because he was one of the strategists of the third. As he really hoped they turned their sights somewhere else. After all, being Hokage was really troublesome. Well, someone that is connected to two past Hokage. She has a lineage running in her blood. Koharu narrowed her eyes. Are you talking about Snaveheim? She asked. Well, of course, Jiraiya said. She's the perfect person. Well, even if she is, how exactly would you get her back to the village? Asked Tatsumi. Just leave that up to me and Naruto. Wait, you're taking him along as well? Said Shikaku. Yes, I believe that he is the only one that can convince her to return. You know the kid has a way about him. Not to mention they met in the past. And they got along. Well, ignoring that part, he said to himself. Are you sure that this will work? Asked Homura. It's the best chance that we got. Just give me a month, and I promise I'll get her back here. A month is too long, said Danzo. We still need to retaliate against the Hidden Stone. And the Hidden Stone as well. To show that Konoha is not weakened by this attack. Not to mention the promotion of the Genins. Not to mention, we need to sort out the situation with the Sand. That can all be done once we got our new Hokage, which is gonna be Snavy, said Jiraiya. A month isn't that long. And I'm sure that Oniki won't start anything. After all, he already witnessed the will of fire. He should know that it will never go extinct, Jiraiya said. I'll see you guys in a month. With that, he left. After all, what exactly were they gonna do? Shikaku sighed. Finally, he said. Well then, I'll be taking my leave as well. As he got up and walked away. They pulled him out of bed for this. Jiraiya made his way as he arrived at the compound, but he got no answer. His chakra was already in tune in his seal, so he simply entered. As he made his way to where he heard chaos. Someone was training as he made his way to the back of the house, around the training pit. As he arrived to see Naruto, he was covered by branches. Yes, they were wrapped around him tightly as he tried to free himself. Jiraiya wondered what the hell was going on until he noticed the branches started to crack as Naruto exploded out of them. The 4 clones that tried to hold Naruto slammed their hand into the earth as giant stone arms erupted from the earth. As they tried to batter Naruto, he flipped and he twisted as he pulled out Viper. He swung the blade 4 times and the arms were severed so quickly and easily. As he flipped, he then blurred out of sight. A massive gust of wind slammed in the training ground, blowing away all 4 clones, who flipped as they landed on their feet. Hey kid, Jiraiya said, interrupting Naruto. As all of them turned, his clones poofed away. What's up, Perfect Sage? Said Naruto. We got a mission, Jiraiya said. A mission? Said Naruto. What, you're my sensei now? Well, you could say that, said Jiraiya. Why don't you go take a shower and let's hit the road? Wait, where are we going? Jiraiya simply smiled. What's going on, Naruto asked. I'll tell you on the road. Just go and take a shower, Jiraiya said. Fine, said Naruto, as he made his way, as Jiraiya followed him into the house. As Jiraiya came in, he saw the 3 girls at the table. He saw Hinata was there, along with Karin and Haku. Oh, good afternoon, ladies, he said. Good morning, Jiraiya-sama, they said. Sama, said Naruto. Well, at least they have some respect. Unlike you, brat. You're nothing but a perfect sage, said Naruto, as he ran upstairs. Jiraiya sighed as he came to sit down. So, ladies, how have you been doing? Coping, all 3 of them said. As they looked at each other. He got you too, didn't he? Despite You only know him for a short period of time. Yeah, said Haku. After all, for the Hokage to be so trusting and let you into his village, that just showed genuine trust and kindness. He's a real nice guy, said Karen. Despite of where I came from, not knowing if I was a spy, he trusted Naruto enough to let me become a part of his clan. So yeah, he's like the friendly grandfather figure, said Hinata. So how has he been doing? Asked Jiraiya. He said that he's coping with it, but I don't think he is, Haku said. What do you mean? Well, the most he does is train. We try to sit him down and talk to him, try to find some common ground, but all that he wants to do is train. He barely talks, sit down or watch TV or anything. He doesn't do that anymore, said Haku. Yeah, it changed him a bit. He's just coping differently, said Hinata. But Naruto-kun is strong. I am sure that you'll find a way to accept it. As Jiraiya nodded. Yeah, that he is, said Jiraiya. Time skip. So, you're going to tell me what the hell is going on, Naruto asked. You know the girls are going to be fine, right? Said Jiraiya, changing the subject. Wait, what are you talking about? I saw what you did. You left Rimuru behind to watch over them and protect them. You know they're going to be fine, right? Yeah. So what? Said Naruto. Well, it's like you're being a bit too overprotective, Jiraiya said. You know that things don't just turn bad all of a sudden. Huh. Everyone thought it was going to be a peaceful day. But the Chunin exam turned into a full-blown invasion. And you're telling me that things don't turn bad all of a sudden, said Naruto. Come on, don't be stupid. Well, I guess you have me there, said Jiraiya. But the girls are going to be fine. I know they are, said Naruto. Hey, what about the others? The one from Kumu, the one from the San. I mean, they've gone home. But the Raikage is going to talk to the new Hokage so that they could start up the alliance. I got letters from all of them. They all wished me well, and they want to see me the moment they return. I believe they're going to be coming back for this peace treaty talk. Just see me, said Naruto. I assured them that I was fine. Wait, did you say new Hokage? Is it you? Naruto asked. Nah, said Jiraiya. You know me and my spy network kid. Can't be Hokage. Well, I guess you're right there. So what then? Wait, are we gonna go find the Hokage? Judging by your taking me out of the village. And the old man did tell me that only a Sannin can become Hokage after him, unless someone is picked by the council and the daimyo. It's not gonna be you. So the only other option is Tsunade? Wait, we're gonna bring Bachan back to become the Hokage? Are you insane, Naruto asked? I knew that you'd react this way. That is why I didn't tell you, said Jiraiya. You're really insane, you know that? I mean, she's a good medic and all, but Hokage? Are you stupid? Kid, she's a perfect choice. And the perfect one we have right now. Remember I told you about that old Warhawk Dunzo, right? Yeah. The guy that you said that was in underground dealings and all that crap. Well, if Tsunade doesn't become the Hokage, then he might get the position. And no one want that, trust me. I know, but she's a drunk. She's God knows where right now, doing all God knows what. I don't think she's fit for the job. That is why you're here, Brad, to convince her. Me? You remember what happened the last time I saw her, right? Jiraiya chuckled. This is not funny, said Naruto. She's gonna kill me. I ran away before she could enact her revenge. What do you think is gonna happen when she sees me now? I'm sure everything will be fine. Huh, alright then. Then you'll be my scapegoat. I'll just blame everything on you. Told me that you were the one that told me to do it. What? Of course not, said Jiraiya. Don't do that. Why? You said everything's gonna be fine, said Naruto. Just... Jiraiya sighed. Alright, I don't know if everything's gonna be fine. Then why the hell are you bringing me to her, said Naruto. She's gonna literally try to kill me. I'm sure she won't over-exaggerate. Have we met the same person? The woman that lost her temper so easily and destroyed an entire inn with just one single punch. Are we talking about someone else? Jiraiya gulped. I guess you're right. So then I'll blame everything on you, right? As Naruto started to walk off. Hey, I didn't agree to anything, said Jiraiya. Huh, your fault for bringing me along, said Naruto. Meanwhile, in a dark cave. And that is what I got from the spies. A man hunched down, Well, he wasn't really a man. He was in a construction though. The body of a puppet. Sorcerer of the Red Sand looked up towards the leader of the Akatsuki. Ripple eyes looked back down at him. His body was a hologram, and you are certain the Jinjulki of the Nine Tails had the power to defeat two Jinjulki on his own, despite only being a mere child. Sorcerer nodded. Suddenly, the ground shifted as a plant, half plant, half man, rose from the earth. The spy of the Akatsuki Zetsu. It seems they are no longer Jinjulkis. I have managed to track their trails, but the only thing I'm getting is that their hosts are not there. It's just the Bijus. Somehow they were freed. The seals were broken, the leader of the Akatsuki asked. I'm uncertain how it happened, but yes, they're free. The amount of Biju chakra is saturating the area so much, I'm unable to pinpoint their exact location. But I will find them. Alright then, Zetsu. You go at it. As Zetsu nodded as he returned back to the earth. What about me, Leader Sama? Itachi and Kisame are currently on their way to retrieve the Nine-Tail hosts. If what you're saying is true, then they're in for quite the fight. But still, I'm sure that you will be able to bring him back. If not, I will need more information on the Nine-Tail Jinjulki hosts. So go gather as much as you can and find out exactly what is the state of the world at the moment. I want to know if Konoha is going to retaliate against Hidden Stone for what they pull, along with Hidden Sound. This might be a good chance for you to finally find Orochimaru and get the ring back, and also wipe him off the face of the earth. You have your orders, now go. Yes, Leader Sama. As the man flickered out of existence, Sasori made his way off. As Sasori exited the cave that he was in, suddenly he heard a voice. Sasori Dana, as he turned. So, what do we do now? Find out more information about the Jinjuliki. I thought Kisame and Itachi has that. Why are we going after him? We're not going after him. It's just a precaution. And we need to find out what is the state of the world, how everything is set up between Konoha and the Hidden Stone, and to see if we can use this opportunity to draw and kill Orochimaru. As Deidara, the bomber, the explosive expert, smiled. Finally, let's get rid of that damn disgusting sneak, he said. It's about time I show him what true art is. Those excuses for explosions you call true art. Don't mock my art. You're unlike your idiotic puppet. Sasori snarled as they started to argue with one another. Meanwhile, at Konoha, what do you mean? Sasuke said. I have to deal with something first, said Kakashi. Don't worry, Sasuke, once I'm back, I'll get started on your training, okay? As Sasuke sighed, where the hell is Naruto, he asked. Oh, you haven't heard? Well, he was taken abruptly by Jiraiya-sama on a mission. Sasuke grumbled, before Kakashi's eyes smiled. Well, Hinata, he said, as he called her over. Hinata smashed Isara-sensei. As she came over, Kakashi-sensei, you're just the person I was looking for, Hinata. How may I help? I need you to spar with young Sasuke here. Naruto isn't here, so I need you to spar with him, because he was looking for a training session between me and him. Would you be up to do that? She nodded, sure. Well, yes it would do, Sasuke said. Don't be such a grumpy pants. After all, she might end up beating you. Sasuke said nothing as Kakashi flashed away. Come on, said Sasuke. As Hinata simply nodded as she made her way. As Sasuke wondered why Kakashi had to cut their training so abruptly. Kakashi reappeared as he quickly made his way off. He was certain who those two were, as he quickly made his way off to assist Asuma and Kunai. Meanwhile, so, how's the dope doing? Sasuke asked. How is he dealing with everything? Hinata smiled. Hey, what's funny? Oh, I'm just happy, she said. Why? Because it doesn't matter whether both of you curse or act with one another. I know that you care about him, and he does for you as well. What? Sasuke said. You don't have to act that way, Sasuke, she said. Don't worry, Naruto is coping with it. Both of us know that he's strong, and he will get through this, she said. Sasuke clenched his fist. Yes, he is strong. And I need to get strong as well. Hinata placed a hand on his shoulder. And you will, she said. It's only a matter of time. You already have the drive, the determination. I believe in you. Sasuke felt his cheeks getting a bit hot as he looked at her. Come on, she said, as the both of them made their way, as he paused for a moment. You coming? She asked. Yeah, he said. What the hell was wrong with him, he thought to himself, as the both of them made their way. Meanwhile, at the household, the Uzumaki household, as the giant white horse leaped over the tree as he landed. Whoa, that was amazing, said Karen, as Rimuru looked up at her with a smile on his face as she was riding on his back. What is next? As this was good training for him as well, to see how fast he could shift. Can you try an eagle? A large one so I can sit on your back, she said. Rimuru nodded as his body lit up in that purple energy before he changed. Karen screamed as she never expected this so sudden as he flew off in the sky. Haku smiled as she watched the both of them, happy to see the girl fully break out of her shell and accepting that she was now a part of the Uzumaki clan and that she was gonna stay here and everything's gonna be alright. Time skip. Kakashi was in the hospital as Guy looked over him. The man was unconscious after being trained to Itachi visual jutsu. Itachi and Kisame, two missing names, came in the village. They were after young Naruto. For what reason? Guy, Asuma, and Kunai did not know. Maybe it was because of his recent power that he showed and displayed. The three of them were still shocked by that still. To believe that one genin was so powerful. Once he get a new Hokage, they were sure that he'll probably get Chunin rather quickly. Or probably even Jonin. Well, he need more experience, so probably not Jonin. But still, why were they after him? They should know that Naruto would never betray the village and join their organization. But Kakashi knew the reason though. Yes, Jiraiya had spoke to him about this upcoming organization he heard about, as rumors were spreading around, and it seems like he was right. But he wasn't in any commission right now to do anything. As Hinata and Sasuke trained, Sasuke was unaware that his brother had came to the village. Meanwhile, it was currently nighttime as Naruto was sleeping, and he was having a rather terrible nightmare as he watched the third Hokage got executed right in front of his eyes. Orochimaru smiled the entire time as he slit the man's throat as Naruto was running, but the more he ran, the farther he got away from them. It pissed him off. He jumped out of bed, cold sweat barring his features. Jiraiya had headed out saying that he was going to gather some information, but Naruto knew that he was going to do something perverted, or perhaps for once he will actually go and gather some information he did not know. As Naruto sighed, he tried to hold it up but he felt terrible. He was just not good at coping with loss. As his mind ran back to all those years ago, he shook his head, not thinking about her right now. And now the Hokage, and he had this power, this amazing power, and yet he couldn't do anything to help him. There was a knock on his door. He got up, but his mind instantly warned him not to open that door. As he wondered what was this feeling, he heard the knock again. As he made his way, determined to see who the hell this was. As he wondered if Jiraiya had lost his key or something. As Naruto opened the door, only to stare in the eyes of... what the hell? Sharingans. He was confused for a moment, until he remembered what Jiraiya had told him about Sasuke's brother Itachi Uchiha. But why was this guy here? Now? Naruto-kun, said Itachi, his tone monotone and dry. You're gonna have to come with me. Like hell I am, said Naruto. You're the missing nin. You're the one that slaughtered your entire family. You're the one that put Sasuke through so much pain. You bastard, said Naruto as he clenched his fists. Hey Itachi, how is everything going? You know, I say we just got the kid. Chop his legs or his arms off, so he'll come quietly. As Naruto stepped out of the room to see a blue-skinned man there. I know you. You're Kisame, known as a tailless tail beast. Ah, you heard of me. I guess my reputation precedes me, said Kisame with a smirk. So what the hell do you guys want? We're here for you, kid. Come quietly, before you get hurt. We heard this rumor about you taking on two tail beasts by yourself. But I don't really buy it. After all, you're just a snot-nosed brat. So I don't really buy that you could... Naruto gripped his hand tight. Kisame was thrown into the wall. Bam! slamming face first. Kisame peeled himself off the wall. Okay, what the hell was that, he said. As he rubbed his face, Itachi looked down towards her hand. He could see it with his Sharingan. The shimmer. The purple shimmer that simply overtook Kisame's body. It was like a gravitational force, but Naruto controlled it and threw him. Almost like telekinesis. Weird. As Itachi saw the thing coming towards him, he tried to move, but it wasn't actually a line of some sorts. It was like a gravitational pull or force. As he was captured, as Naruto raised his hand, Itachi burst into crows. As Naruto brought his hand down, before he rushed back in the room and dived right through the window. As Naruto ran, he jumped from tree to tree as he flipped and landed. As he arrived out in the clearing, he stopped. You're fast, kid, but not quite fast enough. And who said I was running, said Naruto, as he turned towards him with a smile. You see, I got a lot of shit, a lot of pent-up anger to work off. It's just that the hotel was too small. So fighting you guys there would just cause unnecessary chaos. So that is why I brought you guys out here, said Naruto. Brought us, Kisame said. As Naruto smirked, before slamming his hands together, the trees started to tremble and quiver. The rocks started to shake and split apart, breaking to tiny pieces as Naruto ducked. He then released his hand as all the projectiles fly. Kisame brought his blade up as he blocked all of the projectiles coming towards him. Sami had a squirm as he stung right against his skin. It was like they were trying to tear right through it. Itachi pulled the kunai as he blocked. He twisted and he swerved as he blocked each and every one of them. As he turned, he moved out of the way as Naruto's feet passed over his head. He grabbed the back of Naruto's shirt and flipped him, only for Naruto to grab onto his hand. That purple energy lit up Naruto's hand once again. Itachi pulled his hand away as he leaped away. As he skittered back, he narrowed his eyes at Naruto. The both of them made eye contact, but Naruto simply looked back in his eyes. Itachi was confused. He was trying to cast a genjutsu over Naruto, but Naruto's eyes flashed purple, and it wasn't working. Kisame appeared above Naruto as he dragged Samihata down. As Naruto pulled out Viper and blocked it, the ground shattered at Naruto's feet to the amount of force that Kisame put into his swipe. Whoa, I gotta say, kid, you're holding up quite well. Kisame then felt something off as Samihata squirmed. The bandage on Samihata had been torn through, and a deep, nasty gash was in Samihata. Kisame leaped back as he placed his blade in his arms. Samihata was squirming all around in agonizing pain. Kisame sent his chakra into the blade so he can heal the wound. Samihata kept on squirming as Naruto leaped forward. Itachi threw shurikens after him, blocking his path as Naruto paused. He then gripped his blade and spin. A tidal wave of purple energy lashed out of his blade, touring through the earth itself. Kisame and Itachi leaped away as the entire area was destroyed. The both of them reappeared as Kisame was still holding on to Samihata, who was still squirming in pain. As Naruto's eyes started to flash purple even brighter, before he raised his blade. I don't know what the hell you guys want with me, but I guess I won't find out because I'll be doing the world a favor right here and getting rid of you scums. And also, spearing Sasuke from this path he will undertake just to get revenge on you. Naruto then noticed something off as a kunai pressed up against his throat. I would advise that you don't move right now, as the other Itachi poofed away. Huh, you're one tricky one. I guess being an S rank missing in isn't something to scoff at, said Naruto. But tell me, what exactly do you want with me, said Naruto. I'm afraid that is on a need-to-know basis. So come quietly before you get hurt. Oh, I don't think so, said Naruto as he slipped right under Itachi grasp. Itachi was confused because the kunai was tightly pressed up against Naruto's throat. So how did he slip underneath it? As Naruto had shrunk his throat and his face, his entire head to be exact. He then swiped as Itachi leaped over the kick. As he was now in mid-air, Naruto smirked as he extended his arm back, as he had shrunk them on purpose to make Itachi think he couldn't reach him. Blam! Naruto's fist connected right in his face and threw him. He crashed as he rolled on the ground. Itachi picked himself up His face was burning in pain, but he refused to touch it to show weakness. As Naruto's body returned back to normal, "Oh, I'm just getting started," he said. As his body started to shimmer, that same purple energy started to overtake him until, boom! Something landed in the ground like a meteorite, right beside him, as it was Jiraiya that blocked Kisame's swipe with the scroll in his back. As Naruto blinked, he had completely underestimated that one. He was fast. Kisame looked furious. It seemed the blade had fully healed up, as the scales were pointed to dig into Naruto's flesh. But Jiraiya had saved him. As Naruto saw the perfect opportunity, he raised his hand as a ball of purple energy started to gather right at his fingertip. He fired. Kisame had no choice but to bring Samehata down to absorb the blast. But this was not chakra. This was cosmic energy. So when it hit, it erupted. Boom! The explosion threw Kisame back as he smashed through several trees, slamming into a large boulder. It actually vanished the moment he saw Jiraiya had appeared. "Kid, what the hell's going on?" Jiraiya asks. "Well, if you're seeing properly, you can guess. I was attacked," said Naruto. "By who?" "Two missing nins, S-ranks to be exact. Look, I know I'm strong and all, but these guys, they were holding back. They didn't want to kill me," said Naruto. "They wanted me to come with them." "Kid, there's something I need to tell you," said Jiraiya. "What the hell's going on?" Naruto asks. "Seems like you're being hunted." "I'm what?" Time skip. Great. Just goddamn great. Naruto was once again pissed. Not only did he had the memory of Sarutobi still in his mind, who just recently died and he was unable to do anything about it, despite having these amazing powers, but now he had to worry about a group of S-rank missing names coming after him. It seems like even though he was gifted something amazing, there was just the world out to get him. What did he ever do to deserve this? He spent most of his life doing all good. Yes, if not all, saving people, helping where he can here and there, going beyond Jiraiya and the Hokage wishes to do things for the people of the poor, giving them money, food, all that. He helped out so many poor villages, and yet, how did he get repaid for this? Despite it not being their fault, he was being hunted by an S-rank group. All S-rank to be exact. As he knew those two were holding back, now he understands why. They couldn't kill him because of the fox inside his stomach. Well, at least he had the advantage over them. They couldn't kill him, but he could hurt them. As Naruto says, they finally arrived at Kanzuka town. As they made their way, they went to the gambling pubs and searched for the entire day, but they still couldn't find Tsunade. So with that, they made their way. As nightfall then came, as they were walking by a local pub, Naruto paused. "Hey, what's wrong?" "Let's go get the hotels," Jiraiya said. "Wait," said Naruto. "What? You want a drink now?" said Jiraiya, as he chuckled a bit. But Naruto simply stepped in the bar. Jiraiya sighed as he followed behind him. "Hey, what's go—" He paused as Naruto was looking towards someone Naruto over there. It was none other than Tsunade herself, drinking herself away like usual. As Jiraiya smiled, "Well, kid, seems like you got a impressive knack of finding people now. Put that on your scale of abilities." "Tsunadeheim," said Jiraiya as he made his way over. Tsunade picked herself up, a bit of drool coming from her mouth. As she wasn't sleeping, it was just that she was just beyond drunk. Yes, her mind was a bit fuzzy as she glanced towards Jiraiya? Jiraiya blinked. She was really that drunk? He looked towards Shizune. "Shizune-san," he said. "I see you're lovely as always. How have you been?" "Oh, quite fine, Jiraiya-sama," she said. "I'm assuming that you're here to speak to Lady Tsunade," she asked. "Well, I did came out this way to find her. But is she in any state of talking?" Tsunade mumbled something, but none of them could really tell what it was. "I don't think so." Jiraiya then blinked. What the hell? Where was Naruto, he asked. "Wait, Naruto-kun is here? Where is he?" asked Shizune. "Well, he was just right here a moment ago, so I don't—" Jiraiya sighed. As he got back up to his feet, he then made his way outside. A little bit of rustling could be heard as Joy came in back dragging Naruto, who seemed like he wanted to be anywhere else but here. Tsunade blinked several times. "You brat," she said. She quickly picked herself up, stumbling a bit. "Okay, Hein. He made a mistake the last time when we last met. You can calm down," Jiraiya said. Tsunade's eyes turned murderous as Naruto ran. Yes, he ran for his life out of the bar. Tsunade chased after him. Jiraiya sighed as he shook his head. I guess she hasn't forgiven him. Well, if you'd have asked, I would have told you. She wants to hurt him, said Shizune. But it was just a mistake. Jiraiya-sama, we both knew it was not, said Shizune. And I'm afraid she's angry at you as well, because she said that you're the one that turned him into a pervert. Jiraiya sighed. His mind didn't start to run on something that Naruto might do. Given the state that Tsunade was in, Naruto might blame him. And then, she's gonna come after him. The man gulped thickly. And then she's gonna kill him. When she was this drunk, she didn't really hold back her punches. He had to go see if the kid was okay, or at least keep the kid away from her until she sobered up. As Shizune was already heading out of the bar, as Jiraiya picked himself up, he hoped this would go well. The place then shook violently. Or not, he thought to himself. But guys, it'll be in episode right here. If you want the next part to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was given a 10th strain after failing his Janine exam. And enjoy that guys, and stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs coming your way, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. But I'm out for now, see you guys soon, peace.